Hey everybody, Rob Ferretti here, and I've got some updates. And everything is essentially how it always is, which is last minute shit always never works out. My truck that was supposed to get out to Kentucky, I still haven't brought it out to Kentucky because I haven't gotten the title yet. I haven't really followed up as to what the issue is with the title, but if I don't have it, I can't register it, can't put a plate on it, therefore can't drive it to Kentucky. If I spend the time and money and effort to borrow a dealer plate, get it out to Kentucky, and still don't have a title, I can't tow the car out to Vegas like I planned. So I think we're cutting up against the last minute option to get that truck modified. So now what does that mean? Because that truck was supposed to be able to carry my Corvette on the back and then Rob Dom's car behind it on a tag along. I'd pick it up in Michigan. At this point in time, it's going to be not likely that that's going to happen. A, because the truck isn't going to be modified in time, and if it is, I don't want to run the risk of not having a title and then having to spend the money on that and then spend the money to ship the car anyway. So the truck is capable of pulling 1 and 1. I don't have a 2-car trailer. So I have a 1-car trailer and then the other car would sit on top of the truck. At this point in time, I can still use the wobbly truck to pull the cars out to Vegas, but I don't have a 2-car trailer to do so. And pulling just my 1 car is cost prohibitive. It costs more money to bring 1 car out there because it's all the way across the country than it would to just stick it on somebody else's transporter and ship it out like that. So right now, Rob, myself, David, and Matt sort of lives out there are all planning transport. And now the worst part about that is relying on a third party to get our cars by a specific date to Las Vegas. So that's issue number 1. Issue number 2 is with the Corvette, which, as I said, what could go wrong? Virtually everything when you rip apart a perfectly working car just before you need to ship it somewhere. Ultimately, what we're running into is Jeff, who's doing the wiring, has travel conflicts now, and he's going to California or Washington or something for Formula D. And when he thought it was going to be like, I'll have the wiring harness in and out in a couple of hours, it didn't work like that because the injectors didn't match up to the harness because I've got the old style injectors. I found out through looking back through old photos that I had, because I didn't remember, it's been so long, I have a built LS2 block in the car. And so when they asked me what engine I had, I said I had an LS2 or LS3, whatever it was. And they sent me the wiring harness for an LS2 off a 24X pattern. And now they're sending me a wiring harness off of a 58X pattern. It's not that it's a Frankenstein, but I think I still had a, whatever. The long story short, we didn't have the right wiring harness. We didn't want to chop up that wiring harness because that would have been a pain in the ass. We didn't want to have to get adapters. And even if we do now get adapters or new injectors and a new throttle body, to get all this stuff together today, which is when it has to happen before Jeff flies out, is never going to happen. Therefore, we're going to have to revert back to the old wiring harness. So we've literally just taken the engine harness out of the car and the computer, and we now have to reinstall that. And hopefully everything goes back together properly and we don't have any issues. But there's always that variable now. We had a working car, which is now in pieces, which we have to put back together to make it the way it was a week ago. So that really sucks. And after dynoing the car now, I see that there is some little tuning issue in there. I can run it, like I'm happy to run it at 550 wheel horsepower. I still think I'll win the challenge. But ideally what I want to do is I want to make sure that we don't have that tuning issue that we had in there. So I may still get it in front of somebody with a computer to see if we can smooth out that curve so it doesn't do that anymore. But I drove it, and even as is, without doing anything to that car, I think it will go out and win the challenge. And now we just have all the variables of getting it out there and getting it on a truck and not damaging it on a truck and crossing our fingers that everything goes according to plan. So far, virtually nothing has. And that sucks when you're relying on other people's time constraints. Or it's not that I couldn't have gotten this truck put together or gotten the car put together, but I'm waiting on a title, I'm waiting on this guy who's doing the wiring, and then I had the tuner lined up. Nothing is working the way it should. Which is why it's fitting that it's raining on me right now. So there's your update. We're still gonna be out in Vegas. We're gonna get the cars out there. David was waiting on parts. Go check out his videos. I'm sure he'll talk about his trials and tribulations trying to get his cooling system sorted out. Overnighting parts from, not Japan, but you get where I was going with that. But overnighting parts that didn't get overnighted, so now that's an issue. He's got his transport to sort out. we'll see you in Vegas. I'll give you the exact details probably a week prior as to the event in Vegas for anyone who wants to come out and A, participate, or B, spectate. It's going to be on the 25th of October, and I'm just working out the final offerings for you guys to come out there. Participation will cost money, and the spectating will probably be free. So thank you for watching. Stay tuned. A lot of who knows is about to happen. So I hope you're keeping up with all of this, and it's not very fun. I assure you, it's like as cool as you think. It's like, oh, cool. This is like a cool like drama. It sucks. Like you want things to just go to according to plan occasionally, and when they don't, it just sucks. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more updates, and there will be more updates. Good day. All right, everybody, you are now looking at a defeated man. Yeah. It's my phone. I didn't even turn my phone off. Why am I a defeated man? Hey, Jeff, just put the car back the way it was. You know, just throw that engine harness back in, drop the old computer back in. Hey, man, the car doesn't start anymore. I think something went bad. Check the grounds 10 times. Jeff, didn't I tell you we shouldn't have taken the car apart? Yeah, it was like pretty stupid to take it apart. So, what are we gonna do? I don't know, I gotta go to California for a week. All right. And that leaves us like no time to do anything. So, in the ever-evolving world that we live in, I am now looking for a 2-car trailer because I factored in time for tuning and all of that stuff. But if we put the car back together, we test drove it a little bit, put a couple of miles on it, and it went back together just fine. Should have been the same way it was. Unfortunately, it's not working anymore, so we'll probably have to rip all that stuff back out and have somebody else try to install the AEM, but that's going to eat up a solid amount of time. I could wait till Jeff gets back from California. He's going to Formula D. But if I wait till he gets back from California, that's a problem because that only gives us 2 real days to get the thing A, installed, and B, working and tuned and shipped to Vegas, which sucks. It's not a lot of time. There's no margin for error at that point in time. So I'm going to see if I could find a trailer for this so at least we could drop a 5th wheel in this and tow my car and Rob's car as initially planned, and not necessarily that it's going to be cost effective, but at the end of the day, it will allow us that extra day or 2 of buffer that we need to get the damn thing running again, even in the old way it was running. So, just straight kick in the dick right now. Yeah. I knew this was gonna happen. Like I said, should we take the car apart? Does it seem like a good idea? It's like major surgery before a marathon. You know, let me get a heart transplant. No, you don't do that. Like, why don't you wait till after? It's just like, it's even a good storyline. Here's what my car did against these cars as is, and then we swap the AEM when we have 3 months leading up to the next event. And it's Columbus Day. What does that mean? That means we didn't even get the mail. So the AEM new wiring harness that they shipped doesn't come today. Jeff leaves tomorrow. It sucks. So there's your update, mid-video update, and clearly I just don't even give a shit. Stay tuned. You know, it's a car behind me. I don't care. We're running this. Just go with it, Jimbo. Airplanes, trains, traffic, dogs walking in front. Doesn't matter. Just throw the fucking video up. Yeah, you're not even supposed to talk. You're behind the camera. I know, but you don't care. I don't care. Just the caring has stopped, like earlier today when I made the video. I'm like, oh, that was a good update. And now this is the real update, which is like things have changed in the past couple of hours, and even the backup plan, like plan C, fell through. And now it's like, fuck, now what do you do? It's my challenge. Like, I made the challenge. Like, I have to bring a car. Like, it's not like, hey, it's my challenge, and then like I can't even like just show up and support everybody. So, guys, it's all just waiting for Jimbo to hit stop, because this is just gonna keep going. You're gonna be like, Jesus Christ, this is pretty cringeworthy. This is like Rob Dahm begging for money to finish his car. I can't watch it. Can't watch it any longer. But yeah.
Give us an outro already.
Outro. Thanks for watching. subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys soon.